Hey everybody, thank you for joining us on today's webinar. I'm Corey Bornmann from App Portal and AEA Tools. Today we have a special guest, Jonathan Vogel, founder of Rapsio.com, it's a brand new PPV network that's doing some really interesting things in the PPV space that pretty much nobody else is doing. They're doing something very unique, and I appreciate you coming on the call today, John.
Hey, no problem. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So today's webinar is going to be about 45 minutes, and at the end, as promised, we'll be giving away a free 3-month pass to our affiliate marketing tools at aeatools.com. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to type them into the box, and I'll get to them at the end if we have some time left over. If I don't get to answer your questions, please email me at support@appportal.com, and that's it. So today we're talking about 3 simple steps to profit with PPV in 2015, and really there's 4 steps here with optimizing at the end there. However, the very first thing that we're going to talk about today is getting a source of high-quality PPV traffic, and that's what Jonathan is going to present here. I'm going to flip over the screen to John.
Great. Can you see my screen there, Corey?
Yep, we can see your screen.
Awesome, awesome. So Rapsio is a new PPV source where we provide high-quality traffic that converts on either CPV or in-text. A little background on me: I was one of the original, I guess, starters of Traffic Vance. I was there when we brought on our first advertiser. I became vice president there. Drove that business to roughly about, I think we had roughly about 3,000 advertisers at the end of it. So I'm very familiar with PPV, very familiar with in-text, and how to help clients make money. And so I partnered up with some guys, and we started Rapsio, and it's definitely growing, and we've just since July built out our self-serve system and started bringing on advertisers, and we're very excited to kind of bring it to the marketplace and show people how some of the new features and technology that we've built is just going to help them get higher return on investment and convert for their campaigns. So jumping right into it, Rapsio is a leading international display and in-text traffic source, and we specialize in driving sales and leads for our clients. We build a self-serve platform similar to other CPV sources that enable advertisers to optimize and target specific keywords and URLs to drive conversions. We have roughly about 500 advertisers now, as opposed to our competitors who have 5,000 to 10,000 advertisers, which is good for the advertisers coming in because the competition for targets that they already purchase on is a lot lower than where they would go buy on some of our competing CPV companies. We have roughly about, we serve in about 20 countries, and I'll get into those later, but our costs are very much lower than our competitors, and we're just looking to get really great advertisers in there and show them how they can make money. Our technology is, we like to think, is some of the best in the industry. We've built out new technology so that your ads, our advertisers' ads, get served in a highly effective way. And here's how we do it. We have roughly about 12, we consider them great apps that our users engage with. We build apps from music, entertainment, games, utility, and those apps our users actually want to download, and in exchange for downloading, we serve ads to them as they surf the web. We try to serve ads on a relevant basis to them so that they see it as a value, and we do our best to make sure that the exchange for content for advertising is a good one for our users and for our advertisers. And that's kind of the secret to the model, is that if you can make it so that users actually want your ads, your apps, in exchange for the advertising, then you can get a user that's actually engaged and will respond to the advertising. We have roughly about 10 million users now. It's about 53 to 47% female to male. and about 60% are over the age of 35. This seems to be the sweet spot for lead gen and direct response advertising. Soccer moms at home that are looking to engage with different types of advertisements. This audience really does well for specific advertising for CPV. So we built our apps and our ads to market to this type of audience because we see them as the most engaged. And as I said in the past, I was there when we built out other CPV networks, and this seems to be the best as well. We have in-text that we're fine-tuning. It's coming out in roughly about 3 weeks. We're going to give the ability for advertisers to serve ads on highlighted keywords. In-text is the ability to hyperlink keywords in content that a user might be viewing, and then we highlight those keywords, as you can see here, and we show them the ad that you choose, and if you get free ad impressions, and if the user clicks on it, then you're billed on a CPC basis. So we see this is a very highly powerful tool in the past, and it works very well for specific advertisers, and we want to give the ability for advertisers to engage our audience through in-text, as well as we have interstitials. We can target a user while they're surfing the web, and we can serve interstitials in between different types of places they're viewing. So if you wanted to serve an ad for an education, you can target keywords or URLs, and we can serve an ad, and you can see the keyword starts in the USA roughly about at 0.8 of a cent or an $8 CPM. Basically, we want to help you reach consumers while they're viewing content, and it's most relevant for the web. We want to make sure that you're able to catch a user when they're ready to make a call to action. The power of PPV is that you can actually serve an ad when a user is at a relevant point of interest where they're most likely to convert. So we can target a user at any specific URL or keyword and serve your advertisement at a time when they're ready to purchase, fill out a lead, or do some type of action that would help drive a conversion for you. And that's kind of the PowerPoint presentation that I have here. What I wanted to get into is kind of the rates that we offer. Our competing companies, other CPV companies charge a lot higher because the fact that we're new, we're offering a lower price point on even higher quality traffic. Our audience tells us, our advertiser base tells us that they're seeing higher margins with our traffic, and they just want more volume. And that always seems to be the case when you target exact users when they make call to action. It's more about volume than it is about conversion. And we give the ability for you to target by exact keyword and URL. As you can see in the US, it's roughly about $8, Canada $8, $5 in France. To speak to this point, we have probably about 2 advertisers buying France traffic, and they're making a killing buying it on Run a Network at $1.50 CPM. That's pretty amazing that they're able to buy it at such a cheap price, and they spend $2,000 a day, and they're wiping the floor, just making money. And we'd love to get other advertisers in there to compete and now help actually raise those CPMs at a level that's profitable. Right now, it's just like almost like 2005 CPV, where there's just high quality traffic, and we don't have a lot of advertisers because we're newer to the space, and that's why jumping on this webinar, advertisers coming in now can take the most advantage of this traffic at a cheap price compared to what they would pay with some competing networks. Most networks are over a $10 CPM. Some are as high as $15 CPM, and we're roughly about $8 CPM or 0.8 of a cent CPV. So really, we feel there's a competitive advantage that we offer to our advertisers in buying our traffic at a cheap price that's a high quality for them. What I'd love to do is get into some of the actual nuts and bolts of setting up a campaign. We offer a self-serve system similar to what you can get with other CPV networks, but we think we do it better. We give you the ability to target users by creating campaigns, And you can set up campaign name, campaign description. So we'll just set up a quick campaign here. Your daily budget here, and either do new tab or in text. When we serve an ad, we serve it actually in a new tab. So the ad gets the most likely chance to actually be served. You're never charged if your ad doesn't serve, but with serving in a new tab, you actually get the full browser window. You can serve in the full browser window here, which actually helps conversions because the larger your ad, the more likely it is to be engaged with. And so
that's the thing that really stands out about you. I love the idea of being able to do a full page ad like that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we find that it just helps conversions. We want to make sure advertisers have the most likely chance or the highest probability of getting a conversion, and we wanted to allow the ads to be served in that way. I think it also helps with building out your landing page. You don't need to make specific landing pages for different ad sizes. You can use the same landing page that you would use for any type of campaign. So it's seamless for when you are going to be putting a campaign in. So let's just say we have this test campaign here. We give you the destination URL ability. We actually give you the ability to pass back the variable. You can either use domain or matched. With domain, we can pass back the actual domain that drove a conversion for you. This is very powerful for new people trying to use PPV. PPV gives you the information of the exact target that drove a conversion so that you can optimize your campaigns and either increase targets that are actually working well for you or removing targets that are not. A lot of times people get hung up on, wow, I only have 5 targets that are actually converting for me. Why isn't this working when they're trying to buy maybe 100 targets? What I tell new PPV clients is take those 5 targets that are working for you, just build off of those targets, and then you've got basically something that you can run on autopilot and make money for you. If you only take the targets that actually work for you and build out a list that works, you'll still be able to make money and you'll have profitable campaigns, and then you can look for targets similar to the ones that are working. It's just kind of people get caught in tunnel vision, and if you look at it like I'm just going to continue to build and learn targets that are actually converting for me, you can build out profitable campaigns and quickly remove any type of bleeding targets or URLs that are not driving conversions. So this little tool right here that I highlighted allows new advertisers to find targets that actually drive conversions and then optimize them in a way that helps them get the most amount of traffic and the best ROI from those. As I said, we have about 20 targets that we let you target here, 20 countries that we let you target. Very good rates in those countries that are outside the U.S. as well as the U.S. We really feel that any advertiser coming in right now is getting a steal on the traffic. We know what the competition is charging, but we want to build out a great advertising base, and we want to help increase the amount of volume that we're doing, so we want to sell out the traffic that we have. We've done very good at getting good volume and getting a lot of volume. Now we need to sell it, and so we're offering a cheaper discount, if you will, for earlier guys coming in, and we feel like that's going to help advertisers get a lot of conversions, and the market will actually determine where the true price needs to be. A lot of competing companies, they seem to charge a lot higher, and it kind of stifles out new competition and also new advertisers from coming in and buying certain countries, certain targets. We want to let the market determine those bids, and so we put them at a lower price point. You can see you can put your end dates and start dates here. Let's just put in www.test.com. This is really important. We give advertisers the ability to either run on run a network, which means you do not put in any domains, and you can target, your ads will run across the whole network where anyone will be viewing, but you can put in a blacklist. So you're able to put in, wow, I love running network traffic, but I don't want it to run on, Amazon.com. I don't find any conversions on Amazon for my offer, so you just type in Amazon.com. Here, and that will block it from serving on Amazon. This is very powerful for advertisers, especially when they have mass campaigns like surveys or sweepstakes or maybe a diet campaign. Having the ability to pay at a lower price on a CPV for a mass audience, but be able to kill the bleeders, you're able to, one, get a better price for your target, but also you're able to find targets that convert at a cheaper price. Taking the targets that convert from run to network and then building out targeted campaigns allows you to test at a cheaper rate and then basically find targets that you wouldn't even associate with your offer and then put them in targeted campaigns and then bid up from there. This is very helpful. A lot of advertisers do this, and these are the advertisers that are successful seem to do this a lot. Using a great blacklist or list that you run with other networks and you're like, wow, I wish I could just run a network but not have this target come up. We've built out the ability for advertisers to do this, and it does drive higher conversions at a lower price point, so higher margins, if you will. We also give the ability just to run targeted campaigns. If you have campaigns running on any other competing CPV network, just clone them, run them here. You will see higher margins. That's what we hear from our advertisers. The price point's lower, the traffic quality is better, and you're going to see that, wow, I make a lot more money because I'm not competing against 5,000 advertisers for a target. I'm competing against 500. Or if there's 50 advertisers competing on, 50 on red on a target, there might be 5 for us. It's just lower competition gives you higher margins. So let's just say we left it at run a network. As you can see, here's run a network. We're running a run network campaign for test. Here's the opening bid. Here's the high bid. And here's campaign bid. Obviously, our traffic has to be working pretty well if somebody's willing to bid this high on run a network traffic. It's just very good quality traffic. And then you can basically come in and put your bid in here and run the campaign. As well, if we, let's see, we'll go back in here. Let's run it. Let's see what it looks like for a targeted campaign. I'll do this quick here. And let's see. And let's do Amazon.com.
Do you suggest always putting the www in front?
You don't have to. You can if you want to. It's just habit.
Yeah.
Okay. So we pick it up either way. So you can see Amazon.com has a high bid here, and this has a high bid, and there's the opening bid, and here's the target. These are, again, very high quality, high targeted campaigns that people like, and so you can actually see what the high bid is. A lot of networks have taken this away. They don't want you to know the high bid because they want you to just bid whatever you can bid. We want you to bid whatever it takes to get the most amount of traffic, and we want to increase competition, but we want to do it in a way that it allows you to get the highest margin possible. We want to partner with our advertisers in making sure that they get the highest margin possible. So we've done this, and we built it out this way. And now we can finish and save the campaign. And now the campaign's up for review, and it's pending. One thing I want to do is jump through these FAQs real quick. Sorry if I'm taking a lot of time.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead.
Any questions that you guys might have? We are just coming out of beta now. We've been around for a while. We have roughly about 500 advertisers, and we are now starting to accept advertisers on a referral basis. So any advertiser that comes in from this webinar or mentions Corey or Frederick or me will allow you to get in if you're from the countries that we allow advertisers to come from, mainly just U.S. and U.S.-friendly countries. But again, we serve in a full-size window. Our minimum deposit is $1,000 to start advertising. This goes completely towards your advertising, and you can get a refund minus the amount you spend at any time. We run it on our network is based on auto funding. When your balance is less than $500, we'll just charge it again. and it's up to you on if you want that or not, but this helps advertisers not have their campaigns go dark. That seems to be a big problem with other networks, is that you're running, everything's good, you step away for a minute, and then your campaign's turned off because your budget hit last night. And it's a real big pain for advertisers as they want to have consistency in their conversions. So we built out the auto funding. We do run a network. There's no use for wildcards with our system. You can either track by using our macro or by pixels. We give you the ability to set your own flight dates. Compliance is very important with us. We do not allow adult campaigns. We do not allow downloads. There's no gambling in the USA. Ads may not lock the browser. No entry pops, no exit pops, and no antivirus, registry cleaner, or PC tech support. We try our best to have all of the campaigns approved within 24 hours or 1 business day. Right now we have a minimum cap of $50 per campaign. That'll be actually lowered to $20 in about 2 weeks. And we accept all major payments of credit card, even by American Express. You just have to send in a form. So I guess to sum it up, Rapsio is a low competition CPV network where you get higher margins and better quality traffic than we think with our competitors, as we're told by our advertisers now. We're new, and we're a source that we own all of our traffic. We're not brokering any traffic. This is a great resource for anyone buying CPV right now. You can basically clone your campaigns, run them with us. It's a no-brainer in terms of increasing your lead conversions and margins. So if anyone wants to reach out to me directly, Corey can give you my information. It's just jvogel@rapsio.com. If you mention John Vogel when you sign up, I'd be happy to take care of you and have my team take care of you. We want to make sure that anyone from this webinar is given all the resources and tools to perform and to get a great return on investment with our network. So I appreciate the time, and I look forward to seeing some great advertisers come into our network.
Excellent. Hey, quick question for you. Some of the other networks that I've run traffic on with the target lists, if you you use a keyword modifier, URL modifier, and like say replace the periods with a space or an underline or an asterisk or something like that, you sometimes find some cheaper traffic. Does it work that way in Rapsio, or is it just straight the URL is the URL? And
the URL is the URL with us.
Okay.
So I haven't seen that I mean, you're welcome to test it, but what I'm told from my text is that the URL is the URL, and you don't need to do the different variations.
Gotcha.
Of the URL.
Okay, great.
Any other questions?
Not for me. We'll keep an eye on the questions box here. Let's see.
Oh, one thing I did want to go over is what's working well with our network.
Yeah.
Because our network is similar new, we have a lot of advertisers coming in, doing very well with survey, education. I've seen auto be doing well, and dating and diets doing well. Those are really just what's hot. Sweepstakes, and also just really great is buying some of these countries that, maybe France or Spain. There's some really large ability to spend and volumes, and some advertisers are taking advantage of that at such cheap rates. Mm-hmm. And so, it's kind of like you can hit a home run off the bat by not just buying U.S., but by buying France, Spain, Australia. Some of these countries, we just haven't done a good enough job selling them, and that's just good news for advertisers coming in.
Gotcha. I see a couple questions here. Ganty's asking, do you allow rotation of landing pages inside of a campaign?
We do. What you have to do, though, is just notify your rep that you're rotating them, and that you need to get them approved from the approval team. We don't want to see any type of cloaking or any type of surprises, if you will, in terms of what's being ran. So just be upfront with your rep, and they'll make sure that you get approved and everything's fine on that end.
Excellent. All right, so let's move along here. You guys can keep typing in your questions. I see a lot of these questions John had already answered, but if there's any new ones that pop up, we can address them. One Ganty's asking if you can use CPV Lab for tracking your platform.
CPV Lab works very well for tracking.
Okay.
So either I can walk through any specific client that needs to help set that up, but using keyword equals matched seems to work very well for CPV Lab, and that gives you the most amount of information as well.
Okay, great. All right, so let's flip this over. All right, can you see that?
Yeah.
All right, guys, so that's the first of the 3 steps. Source of high-quality PPV traffic, and that's what you get from Rapsio. What, by the way, what does Rapsio, where'd that name come from?
It's just a clever name. We thought that was catchy, but it has no really specific meaning.
Gotcha. All right, so step number 2 is, if you're going to be running traffic, you're going to need to start with a landing page, all right? And you're going to want to come up with a bunch of different versions of the same landing page to test, text color, text copy, button color, page images, and that kind of stuff. So we're going to get into building landing pages here, all right? You have to optimize your ad size for the network you're running traffic on. That's always been a problem in the past, and again, that's why I like Rapsio, is that they allow you to, it's full browser size. So that's pretty exciting, but it also presents some challenges of its own. One thing with some of the other landing pages that I built, if you're building a landing page that's kind of going off the pop-up, that's going to add friction to your user, and friction equals wasted ad spend. You don't want your user to have to hunt around inside of a pop-up to look at your entire page. So that's the good thing about Rapsio, in that it allows you to display your entire page in a browser tab. What works good with this is responsive page design, and now I'm not sure if you guys understand what that means. It just means that it's showing the user a page that scales, and it's not just confined to hard-coded width and heights. Okay, so responsive page design, I can see that would work very well with Rapsio to take advantage of all the ad space that is available to you. All right, so let's go here, and I'll show you guys an example of a responsive page design here in a minute. All right, so your options for landing pages, if you're not a professional web designer or developer, coder, I've seen a lot of guys use WordPress. Now, in my experience, WordPress has been way too slow for serving PPV pop-ups. There's just too much going on. There's too much overhead with WordPress. So I tend to stay away from WordPress unless you can find an ultra streamlined version with, very little plugins and that kind of thing. What I kind of started gravitating to was something called pure CSS. Now, what that is, it's a website, purecss.io, and they're very small responsive CSS modules, okay, that you can use in every web project. Now, in order to do this, you're going to have to be comfortable with coding, which also, that presents challenges in and of itself, because it can get very frustrating if you're spending, a couple of hours to put together your landing pages when you should be, working on your business and not, becoming an amateur coder along the way. So that's the problem with using, a responsive toolkit like that, because it would be hard. Good thing about pure CSS is that it's got very excellent speed. Since they're very small, lightweight coded modules, it moves very fast, loads quickly, and it's great, but you got to be a coder, all right? So what I did was I took the best of pure CSS and I created a landing page builder that creates responsive landing pages for PPV, all right? And that's inside of App Portal, and it's inside of AEA Tools now as well, right? What this allows you to do is generate multiple landers very, very quickly, and there's no coding involved at all. It's all done on the back end, and it just, you build your page and you download your page, and then you stick it up onto your web server, and it's really easy as that. So let's take a look at an example here, and we'll pop into AEA Tools and the landing page builder. All right, so this is the landing page builder. And we're going to do, for an example, Anastasia date, which is a Russian dating offer. All right, so in order to create, hold on a second, let me rearrange my windows here. All right, so as you come in here, you'll see that there's a default template here, okay, and it's got a big picture in the background, a clear headline, a great subtitle or subheading, and then call to action. And if we click this, you'll see here that it fills out the entire screen. However, as you start resizing the browser window, you can see that every bit of your advertising space is taken in, is displayed, and so there's really nothing wasted here. All right, you have what I've been doing is putting my niche name up here. So like if it was Anastasia date, it would be up here. We put something like Russian brides. We have a call to action. Both of these are hyperlinked, but then you also have a hyperlink button here as well. All right, then we've got basically bullet points down below and a body header there. I include the privacy policy on the bottom there. Hey John, do you guys take a look at privacy policies? What's your take on that?
We only look at privacy policies if it's like a download offer or it's something that we're trying to find out, is it a download? Do they offer type of, ads? Or is there something, it's more of looking deeper into an offer, I would say. We don't look at just any offer and say, look at the privacy policy. But it's important if we ever have to scrutinize it, we look at the privacy policy.
Gotcha. All right, so let's build out a web page. Now, what I suggest is, first off, going out and getting paid domain keywords. These are, again, the offer is Anastasia date, and what we can do is come into AEA Tools, the paid domain keywords tool, and take a look at exactly what AdWords that this vendor is bidding on. And what I like to do with this is I like to copy these and start pasting them into the tool builder, okay, or the landing page builder. I like to use AdWords in here because they're valuable keywords and there's something that people are obviously searching on. What you can do is that would be your niche name up there. So it changes, and after you update the fields here, it's kind of like what Lead Pages does, but you do got to click Build Landing Page in order to see your changes over here in the preview window. All right, get more information. That tends to be a good call to action, but you can put in anything you want there. And then we have our headlines. Now, to get our headlines, what I like to do is come back into AEA Tools, and I like to go to the Advertiser Display Ads tool to start swiping copy from the advertiser's text ads. Okay, we can sort it by time steam here, which would get the more popular ads to the top. And what you can do is just copy that out, and paste that in there. I love to swipe my ad copy from AdWords. And you see there, you're able to just change that up real quick. And then I also like to swipe another little piece here for my subheadline. then I like to pull another one. This is kind of a silly one, eating borscht every day, but you'll get the idea. All right. And you can see how that updates there. Now, if you want to take a look at the page that you're building right now, click on that link and it'll open it up in a new tab. And so this is exactly what the user would be seeing if you've got full tab, full page ads like Rapsio allows you to serve up. So you can see the value in having a fully responsive landing page here where you can take advantage of all that. Now, as far as the background image goes, what we have here, and I just built this tool out. Prior to this, I was coding all these pages by hand using the pure CSS system, and now we're able to do this. So I created this tool. I spent most of the night last night actually getting this in shape for today. But what I've added here is about 20 or so images, which will eventually be much more. But you can see I do have some stock images here. Let's take a look at this. And you can see that it's a blurry picture of basically a woman back there, but it goes really well with this type of an offer. Okay, and we've got a whole host of others in the back here. What this allows you to do is build out variations of your landing page, and so that you can split test and see what's resonating best with your audience. Now, if you take a look at this one, you can see that the headline and the box around the headline and the subheadline are all in white. What we can do here is just change that over to black or whatever you want to do. Let's make this other one, say bright pink, deep pink. Now, if we take a look at that, you'll see, and just that fast, I've created 1, 2, 3 different versions of this ad. And then what I'd also do then is come back into the advertiser display ads tool, and I would then pull out some additional ad copy that you could just then paste into your, let's see, paste it right into your dashboard, and you see right there. So, and these are all totally fully responsive, and what you would do then is you could just save the page, or you can just pull it from here. You can right click on there. You can right click here and say save as, and it will save to your local hard drive, where you would then upload it to your web host. All right. So another thing with the background images, that's one of the biggest things that I like to play with a lot. And if over time we're going to be adding more and more images to this, but you're going to want to use your own images. And what I find is that the blurred images work really good for this type of a template. So what you can do then is this allows you to add your own images, where you would create an image, put it on your host, and you would paste in the image URL under custom background here. Now what you can also do though is you can swipe images from Google, and what you can do now is go into Google and say search for blurred image, say couple images, and at this point now you can then take, that's not such a good one. Let's just do this one. All right, so you view the image, you can grab this. Now this is just an example. You're not going to want to serve up ads with someone else hosting your images, but you can see how quick this is to just grab an image, and then you can just paste that URL right in there, and that's this image from right there. So it scales perfectly, and as it shrinks down, you'll see that everything is viewable. So that is building your landing pages. Okay, the next thing you're going to need for this is, I'm going to kind of hurry through here, is gathering URL targets and keyword targets. Now in AEA Tools, we've got several ways to do that. I know that when I was starting out, what I would do was use the free option. Go to Google and start hand-picking URL targets. Okay, I've found that this type of information gathering and target gathering tends to be a little bit high as far as competition goes, which drives the prices up on your bids if you're going to get, try to win that target. And there's also no statistics available. So that's why I like to use our competitive intelligence tools inside of AEA Tools, specifically the AdWords competition tool. I like to start off my keyword hunting, my target hunting that way. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about here. Close down some of these. All right, so again, we're going back to our example with Anastasia date, and you'll see here that for this advertiser, now this is the AdWords competition. This is based on common keywords that they're bidding on, as well as Anastasia date is. So the top most common advertiser for Anastasia date is top10bestsites.com or bestdatingsites.com. What you can do then is you can run through here, check off the ones that you like that match. I would for this particular offer, I'd probably stick with like Ukraine or Russian dating type targets, and then you can download the checked ones and paste that straight into your campaign. All right, what you can also do here is you can dig down into see what the AdWords keywords are that advertiser is bidding on, up to, I believe it's 500 that our data maxes out at. So if you wanted to take a look at what ukrainedating.com is bidding on, you can just click on that link. These are all hyperlinked, and this will bring back 349 keywords that ukrainedate.com is bidding on. So you can then also use these to pull additional URLs. I'm using URL Scraper, or you can bid straight on those, because I like to do about 10% keywords and 90% URLs. Another good tool for this is Organic Competition Tool, and this basically is URL targets based on common organic keywords. All right, so here's another example. This is the Organic Competition Tool inside of AEA Tools, and this will show you the keywords that they have in common with Anastasia date. Now you'll see some of these are, you're not going to want to, target Facebook, probably scam victim, not that one. But as you start working your way down here, you'll start seeing ones that make sense to target for your particular offer. What you would do then is download the checked and download them, paste them into your campaign. All right. One good example here is Russian woman personals. And that is down here. Now this is one that I think I found down here a little bit lower that I wouldn't have thought to target, but they've got decent traffic, and being one target of many, that would kind of be a bit of gold that you wouldn't necessarily find if you did your search engine results pages. All right. And there's another one here, RussianDating.com, 5,222 organic traffic rank from SEMrush. So that would be another good one that I found in that list. Two other tools that I really like for PPV, and I usually do these in this order. I'll use AdWords competition, organic competition, and then also check out what other sites users are also visiting. So for that we have an also visited tool. And what this gives you is a list of websites that are frequently visited by users of a search domain. So for Anastasia date, this would be a list of 10 URLs that are frequently visited by people that also visit Anastasia date. All right, so that's another good source of targets right here that are highly relevant because they're searching for the same thing. And finally, my other one that I love is top referring sites. Now, if you want to take a look at who is sending traffic to Anastasia Date, here's your list. Okay, so this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, so this returns 10 URLs of publishers or other websites that are sending traffic to Anastasia Date. So those would obviously be highly targeted as well. All right, now the last step that's really, I guess there's 4 steps. This probably should have been 4 simple step series, but would obviously be optimizing at that point. You're going to want to track CPV lab. John said that it works very well with Rapsio. Split test your landers. We saw it down here where we built out all those different kind of landing pages that were super fast, and that's probably the #1 thing that you can do to optimize your profits is to split test your landers. You want people getting, you want the most traffic and the most bang for your buck. All right, and the other one that I put in here was modifying winning URLs, which that's not going to work so well with Rapsio, but there's some other networks that tends to work. And what it basically does is you get cheap traffic by modifying the URL. So say one of your targets was meetyoursexy.com. The URL modifier inside of AEA Tools would bring back, here's a small list of examples. So that works on some other networks. All right, guys, so that is it. We're at 47 minutes right now. For AEA Tools, we've got 34 powerful, intelligent affiliate tools, and we're offering free 7-day trials from the front page, and after that it's only $37 a month. So for all the information that you're able to do, all the competitive intelligence, building your landing pages, and just getting really great source of high quality targets for your PPV campaigns, you really can't beat that. And at this point, let's choose who's going to get. What's that?
Can I say one thing to that point?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've taken advertisers from $20 a day to $2,000 a day, and these type of tools are what they needed to get there. For the ability to actually catch these domains that are driving conversions and finding new domains that drive conversions, you can make your $37 back within 1 day. It's pretty amazing the power that we offer to catch a user when they're already ready to make a sale, when they're already looking for and searching for certain type of offer, maybe auto insurance or debt consolidation. Being able to find those targets really differentiates you from any other advertiser that comes in. And so using these tools, it's going to pay for itself within the first couple of days of even testing.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why I built them. I started this, back in 2006, and I was a coder at that point, just getting into internet marketing, and I saw an opportunity to, mush data together and create something really great and helpful, and so that's really where it came from. Was
very cool.
Yeah. All right, so at random, I just picked somebody, and I'm not exactly sure what your name is, but I see that your registered name is Sippy79. So Sippy79, if you want to email me at support@affportal.com, and I will be happy to hook you up with your 3-month pass to Affiliate Expert Academy tools. All right, guys, I want to thank you all for attending today's webinar. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me at support@affportal.com. And huge thanks to you, Jonathan, for sharing exciting things that are happening at Rapsio. I really can't wait to dig in.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we're really excited to have the advertisers that have these type of tools in our network, because they're going to be able to rise to the top. And we want the best advertisers in our network buying our traffic. It's just going to be a better experience for our advertisers, a better experience for our users, and it's just easier to work with people that have these type of tools so that we can help kind of steer them in the right direction to help them make money.
You've always been a big supporter of ours, and I really do appreciate that, John.
No problem. No problem. It's
So
easy.
how can we get in touch with you? Do you want to give out your email address again?
Sure, sure. So you can email me directly at jvogel, that's V-O-G-E-L, at rapsio.com. You can sign up on rapsio.com. Again, if you sign up and you mention this webinar, my name or Corey's, you'll get right in, and we'll make sure that we get you the best support to help make you get that return on investment that you're looking for when you're buying traffic.
Excellent. All right, so I'll be putting this this recording together here. I'll send that out to you guys, and I'm going to be doing webinars more often headed into this springtime. So keep your eye out for an email from me for the next one. All right. Thanks for spending some time with us, guys, and we'll see you on the next webinar.
Awesome. Thanks.